Hey you guys, I'm back. In the last video I had mentioned something to the effect of that I was going to make a video discussing the situation with my divorce and why I had to get a divorce. So I decided to do this topic in this video. I may have to make several videos on this topic, several different parts, but that's okay. Get this off my chest. You're forewarned if you don't like strong language. As this is a ranting video, I urge you to leave now. Alright, I don't remember a lot about the relationship that I had with this man that I had divorced. I can go ahead and say names because I'm kind of sure that he's not going to come back and get me. And I don't care. He can't do anything to me. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can't really specifically remember dates, but I do remember age. So, back when I think I was, all the way back, when I was 18, my grandma died. I saw her die in front of me. It's very sudden. And it still haunts me to this day sometimes. I cry. But getting onto the subject, I was not dating because I'd have to help with take care of my grandma. Okay, 20 and a half to 21 years of age, I finally got to date. As you know from my past video, I use the app called Meet Me. Take my experience with this app, it's not good. It's free for a reason, because the caliber of people on this app just want booty calls. Now, don't get me wrong, if there is any of you out there who watch this video and have been happily married multiple years and you met them on Meet Me, kudos to you. But this is my experience, and I should have learned. Anyway, so I went to Meet Me. 2021. I was living with my mom in Durant. No, it wasn't Durant. It was Plano, Texas. In the same apartments that my grandma had died in. And I had gone through all these dates. They only wanted one thing. I'm not going to say that because it's obvious. They only wanted one thing. And they didn't work out. So I just let it go. And I forgot to delete the app. So one day I had received an email from this Meet Me app saying that this man, and for some reason, don't get me wrong, I don't want to hear any hate comments about this, but back when I was 20, 21, I had this strange obsession with black men. I had to date a black man. You know, everyone was doing it, so I had to date a black man, just see what it was like. So this black dude named Marcus, he hit me up on the Meet Me and said, "Oh, I'll treat you right, I'll respect you, I love you." And he lived in, I think, Carrollton, Texas. This is close by to Plano. And I had messaged him. We talked a little bit on the app, and I gave him my phone number. We exchanged texts, phone calls, and eventually he came to see me. Worst decision in my life. Please, people, I urge you, do not jump into a situation when you don't know the person. Date at least 6 months before you do anything considering marriage. I learned the hard way. I'm not making this mistake again. I met this Marcus, this black dude. He seemed so perfect. Like, perfect as he took me on a date, watched my favorite cartoon movies, kissed me in the rain. That type of perfect. And I didn't know he was an asshole. So he didn't let me know. He, fortunately, never had any problems with the law, which I'm thankful for. But anyway, being said, he and I were talking. He moved in. He was living with his brother at the time. His brother kicked him out. And so he decided to move in with me and my mom. And Mom's mentioned something about marriage. So he wanted to wait 6 months. And of course, he had me so manipulated and in awe that I said, why wait? So 3 days later, we got married. I knew nothing about this dude. We had to move to Durant, Oklahoma, leave a very good apartment in Plano, move because of him. And we're still suffering because of it. Me and my mom is. We got to Durant, things started going downhill. Doing the same thing all men do to me. Treat me like shit. Go talk to other women. On Meet Me. So he did eventually. He and I got our own place. And we moved out of my mom's place because she couldn't deal with his bullshit anymore. He was violent. He was mean. He was aggressive towards me and my mom. And so I moved out with him. I ended up in the mental hospital twice because of his ass. I almost jumped off the building and tried to commit suicide because of his ass. He tried to deprive me of food and deprive me of seeing my mom. And all that bullshit. Thank the Lord I couldn't get pregnant by him, because this was the time that I didn't even know I could get pregnant. Anyway, a couple of months later, he dumped me. He cheated on me while I was in the mental hospital and then dumped me. And it all went downhill from there. Made so many bad mistakes I wish I just hadn't did. I'm not going to go into that. I may make another video later about it. I don't see the point right now. But anyway, he did. 4 years later, trying to get a divorce. He didn't believe we were married. All my dates with boyfriends would fail because I was married. I hated it. I felt like I was bound to this guy I didn't even love. I was able to save up some money. December 21st, 2016, I got divorced. One of the many of the best days in my life. Major days. I am officially free of his ass. I don't have to deal with him anymore. And I feel wonderful. I have proof. I have paperwork. I'm not going to show it because it's confidential. But I have paperwork, and he has paperwork showing, and we went to court, showing we were legally divorced. I went online and spent $200 something on paperwork that would fill in for an attorney. Best decision. Moral of the story, I don't have to deal with him anymore. But learn from this. If you're out there and considering getting married early, please learn. Just don't, it's not worth it. No matter what a guy tells you, always date for 6 months to a year before you get married. Or date longer. Date as long as you can before you get married. Because you never know. Any guy can promise you the world. Any guy can promise you everything your heart's desire. But in the end, it doesn't. Relationships, to tell you the truth, are not like movies. They aren't. Very seldomly do you get ones that are like that. It's not fairy tales. So take advice. Date before you get married. Bye.